Welcome to toy-polloi.
Hello and welcome to another video from toy-polloi, and in today's video we're going to be making a stand for some rather awkward to display Masters of the Universe figures. Now I'm not talking about the larger figures that you see here, the larger Skeletor. I'm talking about the pencil toppers that you could collect. If you're at school and wanted to show your allegiance to Masters of the Universe, you could buy these pencil toppers, stick them on top of a pencil and show that you were a massive fan of the show. And these are really rather cool things to collect. They're not particularly well painted, they're not particularly well made, but they are a unique item. But they are very hard to display because when you try and stand them up, they just don't want to stand up. So what I thought I would do today is try and make a custom stand so that I can display my collection of these pencil toppers. So let's take a look at what we need to do and we'll get on with the project. Okay, so here is my collection of these Masters of the Universe pencil toppers. Now, as I say, these are pretty cheaply made figures. In fact, they are very cheaply made, but they're pretty cool collectibles because they're sort of strange and unique. You can see here I have 5 different ones of them and a couple of extra Skeletors. These are the sort of little toys that you could stick to the end of your pencil to just show that you really like the show. There are many different versions available, and I just always really liked them. I remember as a child having lots of Star Wars ones, and when I saw these Masters of the Universe ones going cheap, I bought a whole load of them. As you can see, they really are very badly painted. All of these Skeletors have pretty awful faces, but there's just something unique about them. And I've always found it awkward to display them because you can't really stand them up. They don't have sort of big enough feet and they're a bit top heavy. So when you try and stand them up, they do tend to fall over. And really the way you're supposed to display them is actually just on pencils like this. The dubious location of the hole at the back has always amused me, but I think we can use that to our advantage today because I want to make a stand so that these little figures can actually stand upright and I can have them on display with the rest of my He-Man collection. So I need to design some sort of stand that has a post that can sort of sit in the back there and then have these figures all stand up. Now the male figures, the hole at the back is all pretty much in the same position, so we can make sort of 4 universal posts for those. Teela, on the other hand, in the middle there, the post on that one is a bit higher up just because she's a slightly taller figure and the waist is slightly higher up, so she will have to have a slightly custom post. But I think we can make something that means that we can actually display these figures. I was thinking of just buying a whole load of pencils and cutting the ends off, and then you could just sort of have them standing like that, but I think we can make something better out of a bit of styrene sheet and some styrene rods. As you can see there, Teela has particularly scary looking eyes. So let's get on with the project. I'm going to get out a few bits of styrene and a few little rods and stuff like that, and we'll see what we can make to get these on display. After a quick rummage in my box of styrene, I found this rod here, which is a 6mm diameter rod. That is slightly smaller than the diameter of a pencil, but I think it will work really well because it gives you then a little bit of leeway for sort of getting the figure lined up. And you can see that the He-Man figure there is going to sit on that pretty nicely. So my plan is to make a very simple base that's the same width as all of these figures lined up. And I think this sheet of styrene that I've got here, which originally was an A4 sheet, is going to be just about fine, because if we measure that, that's about 21 centimeters, and that looks like it's going to fit them very nicely. So we can use that to cut the base off, and then we're going to use this rod to make 5 little rods that they can then sit on. And that's going to be the awkward part, because what we want is the figure to sit on the end like that, and then we're going to have to cut this rod at whatever angle that is and plastic weld that onto the base that we make. I think that should mean that the figures will then stand up. So we end up with a base that doesn't need to have much of a front to it because the figures can stand right at the front of the card, but then it has to have a bit sticking along the back just for these posts to sit onto. And what I want at the end is actually something that is just plain white, because I'm going to be displaying these on a plain white shelf. You could end up sort of making this look more like a little diorama with rocks and all sorts of things, but for what I'm doing, I just want a very simple stand which sort of blends into the background. So how are we going to work out the angle of this post? Well, I think the easiest thing to do is actually just to drop that post in like that and then hold a ruler up to his feet, and then we can sort of work out where the angle needs to be. And I'll just do it by eye, and I might have to do this by eye for every single figure because each figure is slightly different. As I said, the male figures are sort of fairly similar, but there still is a little bit of variation to them. But if you can see, if I hold that up like that, it's the sort of thing you actually need an extra pair of hands for. I should be able to sort of hold that up and line it up enough, and we'll just make a test one first. If I draw a line on there, that is about where we need to cut it. And then I can sort of cut that, we'll plastic weld it onto a piece of this base, which I'll just measure up as well, and we'll see what that looks like. But I think the first thing we need to do is actually just cut that off there, and then we can see how deep this base needs to be as well. So let me get the saw out and we'll get that piece cut and see what works. So that is the first post cut, and you can see we've got quite a nice sharp angle on the end of that, and that does appear to work. So I can just pop He-Man onto that. If we were to plastic weld that onto this bit of styrene, you can see he's going to stand up really pretty well. So I think the next thing to do is actually just start cutting this base, and we'll sort of attach one of these and see if it works. And if it does work, I'll cut the rest of them. And obviously we already have one of the next ones already cut, so that has the same angle, and that should work with at least one of the other figures. Let me just get Beast Man in, see if he will sit on it. And he will. So it's going to be a case of just cutting a few of these, but we can sort of reuse each cut, and we'll just make sure that's the same length. And now we've also got one cut, we know exactly how long we need to be cutting these little posts. So if I measure from the tip of the sort of angled piece to the end, we can see that is 38 millimeters. So these posts need to be 38 millimeters long, at least for the male characters. Teela, I think we'll just have to make one single custom one for. So I'm going to cut this piece of styrene sheet just so that I've got a strip of it, and I've already sort of roughly measured, so you can see there's a pencil mark there. Basically, I put He-Man on one of these posts, and I sort of held him there so I can see where that post ends, because we want the post to be a little bit away from the edge of the back, but I want his feet to sort of be quite near the front of this. So that should work. So again, I'm just going to cut straight along this with a knife, and it will snap really easily. So that is about 45 millimeters. So I've just got to put a nice neat line there. We'll get that cut, and then we'll start plastic welding some of these on and see if they work. And I'm going to sort of freeform it as well to work out the distance between each figure. I'll put He-Man quite close to the end, and then we'll just do the same with Beast Man. We'll put him on, sort of work out roughly where he needs to go. I'm going to put Teela in the middle just because she is slightly taller, and then we'll do Skeletor and Man-at-Arms. Or maybe I should put Man-at-Arms on this side. Then we've got all the good guys on one side with Teela in the middle and the bad guys on the other. Yeah, let's do that. So let's get this bit of styrene cut, and we'll start plastic welding away. I've now got this post all ready, and the base, as you can see, is now cut to size, and I've just done a little mark on there, which is where I want this post to sit. And if I put it on exactly that little dot there, then He-Man will sit nicely at the end there. And once we've got him plastic welded in place, I already have a second post set up, and I will put that about there, and we'll line up Man-at-Arms, and then we'll have to cut some new posts for Teela and the rest. So I'm going to be using EMA plastic weld. This is the stuff that I always use. It's my preferred plastic weld, and it just works really very quickly and very nicely. So a bit of plastic weld onto the end of this styrene rod. I'll line it up with that, and we'll plastic weld that in place, let that set, and do the other one and see if this actually is going to work. I think it is. It seems to be a pretty simple design, and I think it's going to do everything it needs to do. So a bit of plastic weld, and we'll see what happens. The plastic weld has now had time to set. In fact, I've actually stuck another post on just because it was going so well. So you can see He-Man now will sit on that little end post. We've got Man-at-Arms here, and he will sit on that one. I think that is going to work really pretty well. It's a very simple solution, and it means that they are now standing pretty much upright. So the next figure I want to put on is Teela, and as I say, the hole on the back of Teela is a bit higher up, so we're just going to have to measure this one again by eye. I've already cut the other two posts for the other two sort of male characters that we can stick there, but we need to get Teela in place before we fit those. So for that, I've got the same bit of rod here. I'll insert that there. I'm then going to get my ruler, and we'll just sort of freeform it and freehand measure this again and make sure that it sort of lines up. It doesn't need to be particularly accurate because there is a little bit of leeway in all of these things. So if I just line that up like that, I can see it's a much steeper angle on the post And it's probably a bit longer as well. In fact, let's bring in one of the original posts that I've already cut. Yeah, you can see there that the angle of that is much steeper, but it is actually pretty much the same length. It just needs to be a steeper angle. So let's cut this one. We'll plastic weld that in place, and then we can do the other two as well. And then hopefully we'll have a stand that has all 5 figures on it standing nice and upright. Okay, so this is Tila's post, so it is a slightly steeper angle. And you can see that that will fit her about there, which means because it's a slightly steeper angle, we need to actually attach this bit nearer the front of the board. So I've marked there roughly where I think it should go, but it actually needs to be about there. So we'll plastic weld that one in place. And then once that's done, we'll do the other two, which I say are Beastman and Skeletor. You can see those will fit again back like that. And then once that's all done, we should have a complete stand. I think I've actually cut the baseboard a little bit too long. By the time Skeletor's on, it's going to be a little bit long, so I will have to trim that down. But otherwise, it's worked pretty well. So let's get these plastic welded in place, and we'll see what the final thing looks like. And here is the finished stand. It does look really rather odd because essentially it's just some angled posts on a piece of white styrene. I was thinking I might have to spray paint this white, but actually because it's made out of white styrene, there's a little bit of sort of plastic weld marks on the back there. They are going to be hidden by the figure, so I'm actually just going to leave this as a sort of bare styrene sheet. Maybe in future I will do something more to it, as I say, because you could make this into a little diorama, put some bricks and rocks and stuff around it, make it look a bit more sort of organic. But because I'm going to be displaying this on a white shelf, white is going to work perfectly for me. So now you can see exactly the plan. We've got these figures and they will just sit onto these posts. So it should be the 2 male figures either side. We've got Tila in the middle because she is slightly taller. Then we have Beastman, and then we have Skeletor, and they all just sit on those posts and they now stand upright. And they're going to look really nice in my display cabinet. So that was it for this project. It's a very simple little project, just a few bits of styrene, and these are things I already had here. So this project has cost me nothing, which is the sort of little projects I like doing. I've got the bits already here. I just knew I had to make some sort of stand for these figures, and I wasn't quite sure what, but having a rummage through the pieces and parts that I had, you can see this is what I've made. It's very simple, but it does exactly what it needs to do, and that is to make all of these figures stand upright so that they don't look so silly lying down like they did originally without any way to make them stand up. So it was a very simple project, but it's produced a really useful end result, and I can put this now with the rest of my He-Man and the Masters of the Universe figures. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you have, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell to be notified each time I upload a new video. And if you've really enjoyed it and want to help me out here at toy-polloi, then why not think about becoming a patron of the channel. You get early access to all of my restoration videos, plus access to an exclusive video series called On the Cutting Mat, where I show projects and restorations that you won't see anywhere else. So have a think about that, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching toy-polloi. Subscribe for more great videos.